If you take a look, you'll see that there's something strange about this week's Torah portion. It starts in the middle of a story. Last week, at the end of the Torah portion, we learned about how the Midianite women seduced the Jewish men and convinced them to engage in acts of forbidden intimacy and idolatry. And God sent a plague, and Jews started dying until Pinchas took his spear and killed a Jewish man and a Midianite woman who were sinning in full view of the Israelites. And then the plague stopped. It's not until this week's Torah portion, as the story continues, that we learn the names of the victims of Pinchas' act. Zimri, the leader of the tribe of Shimon, and Cosbi, the Midianite princess, the daughter of King Balak. And we learn for the first time Pinchas' reward. Interestingly, for his act of violence, he gains God's eternal covenant of peace, and he's installed as a Kohen, as a priest. Why is it that God set up the portions that way? I heard an interesting explanation as follows. Had we learned the names of Pinchas' victims initially, we might have suspected maybe the reason Pinchas acted was that he had a grudge, a vendetta against one or both of his victims.
Hello. My name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die. Hello! My name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die.
Hello! My name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die!
So instead, God waits to reveal the names of the victims, to tell us no. Pinchas acted completely selflessly, only for the sake of heaven. And similarly, God waits to reveal his reward, lest we think that Pinchas was motivated because he was seeking a reward. Again, no, he acted only for the sake of heaven. One thing that is identical at the end of last week's and the beginning of this week's Torah portion is that both times we're told the lineage of Pinchas. He's the grandson of Aharon, Aaron, the high priest. The Torah wants to drive home the point that he was acting exactly as his grandfather did, the ultimate pursuer of peace. Even with his violent act, he just wanted the plague to stop. He wanted to save people, not kill people. Aharon was one of the few people that acted in almost angelic fashion, only l'shem shamayim, only for the sake of heaven. Angels have no free will. God creates them, and all they do is exactly what he tells them to do. That's what Aharon was like, and that's what Pinchas is like. The sages tell us famously that God wanted to give merit to the Jewish people, so he gave us many, many commandments. Most commentators explain that to mean that God gives us merit for doing things that are very easy. Even if God didn't command you not to, you probably wouldn't eat rodents or insects or blood. But you refrain and you get reward. But one commentator says, no, that's not what that phrase means. What it means is that God gave us so many different commandments so that hopefully one time in your life you'll do one mitzvah, one commandment completely l'shem shamayim, for the sake of heaven, with no ulterior motive whatsoever. Because think about it. Everything that we do that God commands, isn't there a little bit of another motive behind it? Aren't we succumbing at least partially to parental pressure or spousal pressure or peer pressure, or trying to improve our reputation, get a good name for ourselves, or to get reward in heaven, or maybe because we're scared of punishment? But hopefully one time you'll step up to the plate and do that one mitzvah completely selflessly, completely for the sake of heaven, completely for the big man upstairs.